Okay. Um, I'm just kind of hoping you.
Is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times. This train is inbound from Level 3 dormitories to Sector C test labs and control facilities. If your intended destination is a high security area beyond Sector C, you will need to return to the Central Transit Hub in Area 9 and board a high security train. If you have not yet submitted your identity to the retinal clearance system, you must report to Black Mesa
bit of setup, but we're doing this
before you will be permitted into the high security branch of the transit system. Due to the high toxicity of material routinely handled in the Black Mesa compound,
By the way,
no smoking,
it's a little laggy.
eating, or drinking are permitted
My
within the
problem is I
Black
can barely,
Mesa transit
I'm not
system.
gonna be able to respond to comments or anything.
Please keep your limbs inside the train at all times.
It's like
Do not attempt to open the doors until the train has come to a complete halt at the station platform. In the event of an emergency, passengers are to remain seated and await further instruction. If it is necessary to exit the train, disabled personnel should be evacuated first. Please stay away from electrified rails and proceed to an emergency station until assistance arrives.
anyway. I will see the comments. It'll just be like a late response, basically. So that's that. Still pretty new to it.
A reminder that the Black Mesa Hazard Course Decathlon will commence this evening at 1900 hours in the Level 3 facility. The semi-finals for high security personnel will be announced in a separate secure access transmission. Remember, more lives than your own may depend on your fitness. Do you have a friend or relative who would make a valuable addition to the Black Mesa team? Immediate openings are available in the areas of materials handling and low clearance security. Please contact Black Mesa personnel for further
I'm not gonna
information.
pretend like I'm a really great
If you have
player.
an associated background in areas of theoretical physics,
Okay, so looks like Jacob
or other high-tech disciplines, please contact our civilian recruitment division. The Black Mesa Research Facility is an equal opportunity employer. A reminder to all Black Mesa personnel. Regular radiation and biohazard screenings are a requirement of continued
Also, I
employment
apologize, this
in the
game's a little
Black
loud.
Mesa Research Facility.
If I'm being
Missing
honest,
a
that's probably
scheduled
just me.
urinalysis or radiation checkup is grounds for immediate termination. If you feel you have been exposed to radioactive or other hazardous materials in the course of your duties, contact your radiation safety officer immediately. Work
How did this
safe.
get past OSHA?
Work smart.
How
Your
did it get
future
past OSHA? I
depends
don't
on it.
understand that.
Now arriving at Sector C test labs and control facilities.
I'm not handicapped, but I am sitting here.
Please stand back from the automated door and wait for the security officer to verify your...
Hold up, here, I'm gonna try to make it better. Because I see that someone said, like, it's loud, so hold on. Let me see if I can make the volume any lower. Okay, I don't think I can make it any quieter.
Good morning, Mr. Freeman. Looks like you're running late.
I haven't made it any lower, but I'm sorry about that. Is it quieter? Like, I need to know. Like that would be really nice to know. Got the vault doors over here. Okay, good. It is quieter. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Freeman.
Let's go. Yeah, it doesn't help that the intro was super loud. Like, that thing's always loud.
It's good to see you. Why do we all have to wear these rings?
Anyway, so...
To the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions.
Remember to report that fluctuations.
Reactive
Like I said, though, I ain't no... Like,
atmospheric
I'm just... I'm not... It's no
like you're
really
in Carl
good
today.
speedrunner.
activated.
I ain't even really a speedrunner, to be honest.
Activated automatic medical systems.
Like, I'm just... playing.
C science personnel employed to anomalous material test.
Hello, Gordon
Boom,
Freeman.
bam, bop.
Yes.
I think the real trick, though, is being... Like, once you get good at it, you can make a lot of areas go by a lot faster.
Ah, Gordon. Here you are. We just sent the sample down to the test chamber.
We've boosted
Go,
the
go,
anti-mass
go, go,
spectrometer
go.
to 105%. Bit of gamble, but we need
No,
you.
no. Where? Oh, perfect. There we go.
It's about to go critical. What the hell?
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm afraid we'll be deviating a bit from standard analysis procedures
Go.
today, Gordon.
Yes, but with good reason.
Tommy.
This is a rare opportunity for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
You can't move them while they're
Potentially the
talking.
most
That's the most
unstable.
annoying thing.
Now,
If I
now,
could, I
to follow
would.
standard insertion procedures.
This will be as good as we can get.
I don't know how you can say that, although I will admit that the possibility of a resonance
Yo, actually,
test
I just remember
scenario
something
is
that's with,
extremely unlikely.
Gordon
the
doesn't
Half-Life
need to hear
VR
all
with the
this. He's a
AS4.
highly trained
Like,
professional. We've assured
that
the
series is so funny,
administrator
but like,
that nothing will go wrong.
it does raise a
Ah,
lot of
yes,
questions,
you're
for
right.
being honest.
Gordon, we
Like,
have complete confidence in you.
you know,
Well,
there's so many
go
like
ahead.
hazards
Let
and
him
like
in
I
now.
said, I don't get how it got past OSHA. But then again, it's a video game, so like, I get it. It's supposed to be like that.
Testing.
All right, everything seems to be in order. Alright, Gordon, your suit should be comfortable for all this. Yeah, God forbid your suit wouldn't be comfortable.
If you would be so good as to
Alright.
climb up and start the rotors,
Cheers.
we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% there until the carrier arrives.
One thing I've learned, because like, I love just playing this game and just like speeding through it. It's a lot of fun.
3, 2.
And so doing stuff like this is so much fun.
I'm
Just
seeing
learning
predictable phase
tricks
arrays.
to go by faster. It's like, whoa. And since I'm playing, you know, on the freaking Steam build, there's some things I can't take advantage of.
Stage 2 emitters activating.
And there's like some really weird tricks that got passed in
Gordon, we cannot
I
predict
got
how
into the
long
Steam
this
version where you can
operating
still do
system
like bunny hopping. A is fast, but you can still beat hop. It is so effective. And once you get good at it, it's pretty nice.
Factors to 1.05%.
So activating.
It's probably not a problem. Probably, but I'm showing a small discrepancy.
Wow.
Well, no, it's well within acceptable bounds. Sustaining signal. I've just been
There we go.
informed
Alright,
that
now we
the
can
sample
this
is
one.
ready, Gordon. It should be coming up to you any moment. Look to the delivery system for your specimen.
Oh
Get away from the shutting down. No. It's not. It's not shutting down. It's not.
no! Something's gonna sound really stupid if it doesn't work. I really hope it works. My sensor. So just tell me what There's one funny little thing in one really funny thing in Opposing Force. Since you have night vision and a flashlight, there's like areas where it helps you in this. It's like all those are green rooms, like flash, and so I mean you can, it's like stuff like this too. I mean, it's like the lights are off, but you can see stuff, and so it's really funny to me. Because right, look at lights are off, I can still just put my flashlight on. And so, like legit, like I was saying earlier, there's green rooms that have like a flashing effect that make it seem like it's up there. That's all it is. Alright, grab the hose, jump. Crab.
I never thought I'd see a resonance cascade. let alone
It's really funny how they
create
got rid
one.
of because like a lot of these old games, you realize very quickly that like a lot of the stuff that they did was interesting, like to get around,
as soon as you can.
make it
and let
easier
someone know
to,
we're
like,
stranded down here. You'll
on
need me
them.
to activate the retinal scanners.
like for certain
I'm
things,
sure
like
the
for
rest of
example,
the
like,
science team will
the
gladly
green
help
flashing
you.
ring that make it seem like it's teleporting.
Yes, let's go.
And like, there are certain rooms that I love finding. Like, if you no-clip outside of the map of like Blue Shift, you can find like a really freaky room because it's just a bunch of errors, and that's where like enemies load in. It's like, the weirdest thing, and it's like really weird. There's also like, and the funny thing is that there's like really weird kinks in there. Like, for example. Also, seriously, what are the lasers doing? I think it's so useless. You know, at least for their personnel. So, yeah, there's the head crab zombies. Also, one thing I thought about right now is Half-Life really pioneered like the really good first-person shooters. Because like up until now, nothing was this complex. Like this game, I'm not gonna pretend like it's a super complex game, but there are a lot of elements that like it's really complex for being a 1990s. Like for example, like the assassins later in this game. Later on in this game, there's assassins that you have to fight. They're Black Ops. But like they have like really interesting AI. What happens is like they'll literally like if they hear a sound they'll chase after it, and that's really cool to me. And like I always kind of wondered like how was that programmed? You know, that's one of those things I want to learn. And so sorry about that. Anyway, but it's one of those things where it's like they really, got the first-person shooter part that works really well. That's cool, and like there's a lot of really unique AI in these games. I mean, like like I just said, the assassins, but like another one, you know, being the grunts. Like I don't want to say their AI is very, you know, it's not very complicated, I would say, compared to like others. But it is interesting how, you know, they program them, like, you know, 'cause, like, for example, a lot of game, you know, like, there's not too many games where you really fight the army, you mean? And so they definitely nailed down, you know, what a lot of stuff they'd be doing. Granted, it's still a little video gamey, like a lot of stuff in this game. Like this entire section right here, very video gamey. Jumping across crates and stuff, it's like, seriously? Like, this is really video gamey, so it's like, I missed that jump. First death. I mean, like I said, no, like, it's really video gamey. By the way, this is not like a perfect run or whatever. I don't care really about doing that, because I'm just here to have fun and talk. So yeah, just remember, I'm gonna be a little delayed, but I will respond to messages in the chat. And yeah, and if you have any questions about Half-Life in general, I will get to them, just not immediately. Here's another really cool thing you can do. If you like spam E on the outside, you can load the next map. And, like, stuff like that's really interesting. Because that was left in. They could have easily done it. So it's really helpful tip for speedrunning. And another thing about most of these elevators in this game, you can skip very easily. You can easily skip a lot of these elevators, including elevators that like have a load transition. It's really interesting. Which, kind of, you know, it's kind of funny to think about. Like, for example, like I skipped, you know, the elevator, the first one earlier. Obviously. But, you know, like, even that one where you're supposed to have to go in because of a load, I mean, it's like, you know, you can still skip them. It's really weird to me. What? Why am I stuck? That's all, like, literally what just happened. Like, I don't get why it happens. I've had it happen before, and I hate it. It's really annoying. But it just happens. So you really just gotta be careful. Make sure you don't get freaking stuck, which is still the stupidest thing. Now, I can easily just, I can skip it, but I'm not good at skipping that. Like, there's a lot of sections where, like, I'll be doing it differently than a lot of speedrunners do, because, well, put it bluntly, I'm just not that good at it. I am, but I'm not. Like, I'm decent. And so, I mean, there's a lot of sections in this game where it's really confusing watching it from an outsider, because it's like, you really question, you know, like, why do you have to do this in a certain way? And it's really just because of the way the game works. Yeah, that's really about it. For example, I mean, like, there's easy ways to skip so many sections. And, the ways you skip them are really weird, but, you know, it fits with the weird video game name, you know, the weird video game. Skip it. There we go. Cover it up as like, this room is really weird to me, because, like, it's kind of like a useless room. I don't understand its real purpose, other than, you know, just to be like, you mean, like, I feel like, I don't know what else to say other than, like, it just feels kind of like, why did they put it in there? It's a really useless room, but, you know, it's there, so can't really avoid it. don't stop for that, but I do because it's right there. Also, another thing most people don't stop for. This. Ooh. That's also another moment where it's like video gaming. In a good way though. Like most of the reasons why I say it's like a video game is it's a good thing. Like I mean that in a sincere way I can imagine. Alright, here is we got hostage, which is very funny for me because I can skip it really fast, but most people do it a different way. I do it. Most people like the way I do it. This is the like I said, the reason I'm not doing this trying to like win or anything like that is because it's trying to be really great is because of the fact that I'm not the best. Let's jump up here, grab ammo 2. By the way, this section is so useless. It is literally just a dead end. I see kind of the barnacle room. Yeah, that is what they're called. And I get the reason they're called that, but it's to me it's a really weird name. Well, I get it, they look like barnacles, but like it's still really useless room because like it's not teaching you how barnacles work. You literally just saw how they work. You were just in like like the right before, like right after you go down that giant elevator, which I skipped, but it's literally right after you get the handgun.
Well, so much
It is. That's
their idea is to kill everyone associated with the project.
There's the reason I didn't take most of it. There's some more like risky moves I could do speedrunning this game, and I'm not gonna, because they're risky. Like, it would be a waste if I just jump down and hit the ladder, but again, I'm not good at that. One thing I always kind of found funny about the design of the shotgun, like it's for what it's worth, like, because there's HD models that I could use, but I'm not a big fan of. I just don't like the way some of the weapons look. So, that's why I don't use them. Like, they look okay, but I'm just not a fan of them. So, I just don't use them. I'm a big brain. Hey, Bull Squid. By the way, Bull Squid, a weapon that, an enemy that never appears outside of this game. Actually, outside of the original Half-Life trilogy. Sorry, the Gold Source Half-Life trilogy. Half-Life, Half-Life Blue Shift, and Half-Life Opposing Force. This is one of the few elevators we can't skip. Mostly, it's actually because most elevators, like most elevators you can't skip, are either because A, you can't, you have to shoot mostly because usually you have to go up. That's usually the reason. One of the other reasons is because that was bad. I should have done hit him. Found that another enemy. Hounders are, I like them. They're really interesting. I always wondered if they keep domesticate them, which I know sounds weird, but like they're very dog-like. That's my reason. And here's this boy. This great boy. Hey, Barney.
Hey!
Now this shows you that, like, you can't just go ahead and fight. Just that's what it would show you if I didn't just skip over. Also, there's a very specific reason I went this way. also. That's what I mean by risky moves. Like, you can pull some real risky moves if you're good enough. But that's what I'm actually good at. Bam. Skid. Boom. Bam. Pop. Pop. Other one. That's what I mean by risky moves. I mean, if you're confident, you are probably fine. Really, no. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, hey. I cannot control myself. That's the mouse guy.
Detected.
One thing I will say. I hate doing this thing because like, it is overly long just to activate those two. And we still have one more thing to activate. One really weird nitpick that I've had for a while is that... Ooh, that was good. I mean, probably, but the reason I went this way is because now I can just jump down here. Just get the track. Hey, pretty good, you? How was your day? Yeah, I did. Hold on. Like I said, unprofessional.
You have one.
Hey, what's up, Bloom? Whatever. Now I call this one, I gotta go.